The Evolution of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Part 19. The war didn't end with Steve's sacrifice. It ended with something far worse. In August 1945, the United States dropped 2 atomic bombs, one on Hiroshima, one on Nagasaki. The destruction was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Entire cities were wiped out in an instant, and the people who survived were left with wounds that would never fully heal. Remember the Eternals from the first chapter? The immortal beings sent to Earth by the celestial Hiroshima to protect humanity from the deviants and help civilization grow? Each Eternal had a specific role to play. Athena was the warrior. Circe could manipulate matter. Makari had super speed. And Phastos? He was the inventor. For thousands of years, Phastos had been guiding human progress from the shadows. He didn't just build things himself, he planted ideas in the minds of humanity's greatest thinkers. The philosophers, the scientists, the engineers who pushed civilization forward, many of them got their inspiration from Phastos. Those brilliant physicists who unlocked the secrets of the atom, Phastos had nudged them in the right direction, believing that knowledge would make humanity's lives better. And now he was standing in the ruins of Hiroshima, looking at what that knowledge had created. Phastos was devastated. All those centuries of guiding human progress, of sharing ideas and pushing civilization forward, and this is what it led to. The power to destroy entire cities, to end hundreds of thousands of lives in a flash of light. He had believed in humanity's potential, believed that technology would improve their world. But standing in the ashes of what his influence had helped create, he couldn't see that anymore. He stepped back from humanity after that, unable to reconcile what he had given them with what they had done with it. The guilt would stay with him for decades. But we'll get back to his story later. Over on Earth 10,005, Logan was in Nagasaki when the bomb fell. Remember Logan, the mutant with the healing factor who had survived the trenches of World War I alongside his brother Victor. He was being held as a prisoner of war in a Japanese camp near Nagasaki. When the atomic bomb dropped, the blast should have ended everyone there. The heat alone was enough to reduce everything to ash. But Logan's healing factor kicked in. His body was completely burned, reduced to almost nothing, but he regenerated. And in those final moments before the blast hit, he did something unexpected. He saved the life of a Japanese soldier named Yoshida. Now, Yoshida wasn't just any soldier. He was one of Logan's captors, one of the guards who had been keeping him prisoner. But Logan saved him anyway, shielding him in a pit and covering him from the worst of the destruction. Yoshida survived because of Logan, and he never forgot it. He would spend the rest of his life feeling indebted to the man who saved him, building an empire in Japan while always remembering the mutant who gave him a second chance. That debt would come back around decades later, but that's a story for another time.